Dark Lord Darth Vader and his son Luke Skywalker battle it out in the stars as Vader attempts to strike fear in the young Jedi's heart, while Ochi of Bestoon and Sub-Administrator Sly Moore clash daggers in Star Wars, War of the Bounty Hunters, Darth Vader issue number 17, Just Rewards, written by Greg Pak and art by Rafienko. On the planet Jakara, Sly Moore and Ochi of Bestoon are locked in battle, but the Umbaran is trying to convince Ochi that she is not his enemy. She gets him to listen, to let him know they are wasting their time fighting while the Hutts are trying to take Solo from Lord Vader. Meanwhile, Boku the Hutt seizes an opportunity with Vader being distracted, chasing Luke all over space, trying to scare the Sith out of him by attacking Vader's Star Destroyer. Has Boku lost his slime? Just as Vader closes the gap on the young Jedi, the Dark Lord receives a comm message from Admiral Piet that Papa Palpatine has ordered Vader to handle the Hutt insurrection personally, which means he has to break off his pursuit of Skywalker, which I think it really pisses off Vader because when he boards Boku's ship, let's just say, the color red is everywhere. I don't want to spill the deets of the rest of this story and not allow you the chance to read this for yourself. Greg, Pak, and the rest of the writers collaborating for this War of the Bounty Hunter series are putting out some of the best Star Wars comics to date. So make sure to grab this issue at your local comic shop, and if you want the full flavor of this amazing crossover, grab the other tie-ins as well.
Hey friends, it's me again. If you're wondering to yourself, wow, we've been hearing a lot of Ben lately. Well, sorry, you're gonna have to hear from me again because as long as there are High Republic comics coming out, I will be here with Jan to cover it. This time, we're back with issue number 3 of Cavan Scott's IDW series, The Monster of Temple Peak. The title of this chapter? Into the Lair. There's only one thing that could mean, so let's go. We rejoin Ty Yorick as she burns her way through a thick forest of thorns and bristles. She's still got her stowaway friend with her, the Segredo named Druin, despite how annoying he's being. He'd like a turn burning some things down too. I mean, who doesn't like to play with fire? He brings up the events from last issue when the girl attacked them before falling off the cliff, as that sets Ty off. Druin finally takes a hint. Just then, the ledge gives out and Ty goes over. She uses her lightsaber hilt to barely grab onto the mountainside. She tells Druin to take her hand so she can get him to the other side. He hesitates at first, but Ty can be very persuasive. He reaches down, she grabs his hand, and she swiftly throws him to the other side. Druin is less than pleased with this approach, but it looks like they've made it to the lair of the monster. How can they tell? Well, the animal bones in a cave kinda give it away. The dark cave reminds her of a similar experience from her time as a Padawan. The phrase, "there is no fear, only certainty," comes to mind since she used it to try to not be afraid of the last dark cave she entered with her friend Cleus. She felt the dark side in that place, but Cleus kept pushing on until he found something of interest, some dark side artifacts. Cleus insisted on bringing them back to the Jedi Temple, but Ty was not comfortable with it. Suddenly, the artifact that Cleus was holding opens up. Something emerges and possesses him. He drops the artifact, Ty goes to check on him, but it's too late. He yells at his friend to run. Now, I've got to stop here before I spoil anything else. We're finally getting a bit more knowledge of the backstory that has made Ty the rogue force wielder for hire that she is today. If you want to know how this connects back to the cave and who else might be dwelling in it, you've got to pick this one up today. It's about to get real.
And make sure you check out the Star Wars Splash Page podcast for in-depth reviews on all the new Star Wars comics every week. What happened to IG-88 after he blew off his own head and was sliced in two, all thanks to Lord Vader in the 13th issue of Greg Pak's Vader series? Let's find out in War of the Bounty Hunters IG-88 from writer Rodney Barnes and with art by Guy Villanova. While the story is centered around IG-88, it comes to us from three perspectives: a master droid repair cyborg named RB-919, of course, IG-88, and another character. I'm not going to tell you who it is here. You've got to pick up this comic to find out. While comparing the legacies of droids versus that of organics, RB-919 finds IG-88's remains in a junkyard that seems to span the entire surface of an unnamed planet. He explains that even though IG-88 has had victories that span the galaxy, a droid's feats of greatness end when they cease to function, whereas an organic's legacy can endure after death. After dealing with some security droids that RB reluctantly had to destroy, he takes the bounty droid onto his ship and begins repairing it. We find out that legendary bounty hunter Devil Pup has commissioned RB to find and reactivate IG-88 to do a job that no one else can: kill Boba Fett and retrieve Han Solo for Crimson Dawn. While fixing IG up, RB has the idea that he and the bounty droid can make a team. The best, most efficient bounty hunter and the best droid mechanic in the galaxy? They go from undesirable to undeniable. Once RB got IG-88 operational, there was one last system check that needed to be done. IG-88 needs to make sure he's battle ready. Whew. And that's where I gotta stop. Rodney Barnes wrote an excellent one-shot, and Guy Villanova's artwork lent to it perfectly. There's a lot of potential future stories and backstories to be explored stemming from this one comic, and I hope we get them. Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters IG-88 on shelves right now.
Joining us for another quick shot of BROAXIUM.
If you dig our content, please give this video a like and our channel subscribe.
Make sure you check out our merch at our TeePublic store and consider checking out our new Patreon page and help support BROAXIUM. And may the Force be with you.
Always, always.